everybody, it's Pam and Bill at Country Living Newbie Custom Decor in Spring Hill, Tennessee. And we are doing our very first monthly live using a piece print. Now we've done piece prints before, but we will be a regular on the first Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. Central. So this is kind of our first like regular gig. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So as you come on, please say hello. So we're getting, hopefully we'll get some folks from the Piece Prints followers, and then we'll also have some of our followers as well. And if you know us but are not familiar with Piece Prints, please go give them a follow on their page and vice versa. And we can grow this audience and learn a ton of things together. Bill's behind the camera, so say hello to Bill. And we will do our very best to answer your questions about Piece Prints. When Steve and or Deb, owners of Piece Prints, come on.
They're on.
They're on? Okay, hey guys. They will answer all your questions as well, so they're here to help facilitate. We're going to talk a little bit about Piece Prints, just in case you're not familiar with them. It is a one-of-a-kind product that will really blow your mind when you start thinking about all the things you can do with them. So again, make sure you're following them on their page. And you may know their very well-known brand ambassador, Amy from AJ's Vintage Designs. So Amy is like the, she's the queen of Piece Prints, right? She has put some ginormous, I think it was 8 or 9 feet long. I can't remember. Steve, you can probably put it in there, but a large piece print on a countertop. These things are so versatile. You can do small projects, medium projects, ginormous projects. So we're going to show you the biggest project that we have done, actually. So hopefully we'll get through it okay.
Yeah, we haven't done it yet.
We haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
We're about to. So I want to talk a little bit about Piece Prints first and what they are. So they are an adhesive overlay. So it's a very thin adhesive overlay. It's not a vinyl. Actually, hon, grab me, I forgot to grab one of those little rolls down there. And it could just be like the white sample roll. Any of those in the basket. Yeah. That one, perfect. So the overlay itself, this is a blank one, okay? There's nothing on it. It's actually a practice sheet that you will get when you order a piece print. So you can just practice and get the feel of how these things work. But they come on this backing, and it's sticky, okay? So you can kind of hear it, it's a little tacky. But that is what, you're going to pull the backing off, and then you're going to lay this onto your furniture or your small project, your canvas, whatever you're going to put it on, and we'll show you some examples of how to use it. But it's just a very thin adhesive overlay. This one has a glossy finish, and Steve or Deb, please let folks know the type of finish you can get. If it's always glossy, if you can get a matte finish. The beauty of these is they're forgiving, okay? So if you get stuck or have a little trouble getting it started, you can always get yourself out of it, okay? And we will probably show you some of that on this large piece. So never panic with the piece print. No panic piece print. But the larger they are, it's always good to have a second hand. When you're Amy, you could probably do it with one hand tied behind your back because she's that good. But we will need 4 hands to Amy's 1. But these overlays have some air channels in them. So as and you'll see, as we push it on, the air is going to push out both sides, so you get a nice smooth finish on there. And we'll show you that. You can almost hear it sometimes as the air kind of pushes out. If you get some wrinkles, depending on the surface, and we'll talk a little bit about surface, you can pick it back up and relay it. Now you don't want to do that, 10 times, but you can do it several times as long as you're on a surface that allows that. Like if you, the best surface for it to go on is really like a chalk painted surface because it's very forgiving, right? You can put it on, it's porous, you can kind of pull it on and off. You don't want to really stretch the piece prints, although it does have some give to it. if you're putting it on a canvas, you're gonna wanna coat the canvas with like a polyacrylic first. And we do canvases quite a lot. I'm gonna show you an example. So Bill and I have a couple collections on the Peace Prints, and there might be glare in here, I'm not sure. On the Peace Prints website. Did you pin that comment?
I did.
Okay. So we have a collection called Memory Lane, and this is my dad on here. So he passed some years ago.
Push it forward. No, just push it forward. Just
So
get the glare. There you
yeah.
go.
So I sent Steve some pictures of my dad. He used to fly model airplanes. So he made a collage for a 16 by 20 canvas, and then he put the text on there. And then I put this on a canvas. So this is the back, right? It's just a regular old canvas, and then Bill made a frame for it. So you can go onto the Peace Prints website and go under the Memory Lane collection, and you can have this done for a loved one. It doesn't have to be someone that's passed. I mean, it could be a wedding photo. It could be any non-copyrighted photo, and obviously personal photos are non-copyrighted. Here's another example. So this charming couple from 11 years ago in Las Vegas in the limo, we make the clocks, so you can
Tilt forward.
Sorry, you can go on the Memory Lane link on the top of the Peace Prints website, and you can get the canvas, or you can get the 18-inch round clock print, which we coordinate with Steve and Deb. You send your picture to them.
Yeah, you won't be getting us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, if you want us, you can have us. I don't think you want to look at us.
No, nobody wants that.
But you can put any picture on here. The numbers are on there already, and you can not do the dashes if you want. They will work with you on the design, and we just put a little date on there. And then they send us the print, and we make the clock, and we put it on the clock for you. So super good personalized gifts for weddings, baby being born, capturing family moments. So it doesn't all have to be furniture, right? If you don't do furniture, these are great gifts. And then the last thing before we jump in is there's several amazing artist lines on the Peace Prints website. So if you go there on the top and you click the original artist collections, you will get a plethora of artists' original paintings that you can have put into a piece print. So I just sent this one in that I did to Steve and Deb. So this is the newest one under our collection, which is called Enjoy the Journey. And we did link that in the description, and I think Bill pinned it. But
I pinned something.
We don't know what it was, but anyway. So this is the latest one, and you can work with Steve and Deb on the size that you want it. If you need it in 2 pieces across 2 cabinet doors, they will help you with all that. So, is any questions or anything so far? Should we?
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
Okay, we're jumping in. We're jumping in.
All right, I have to rearrange the camera. Sorry about that. So explain the piece first that we're working on.
Yeah. So this is a piano-shaped coffee table that Bill built. So we're gonna put this 40 by 40 piece print on top of it. So it's big, you can see compared to me, right? It's 40 by 40. We cut some of the trim off already, so you didn't have to watch us do that on the camera. But this is gonna go on top of this piano. And then I have a stencil that I cut on the Cricut machine, and we're gonna put the keys on here. Now we live in Music City, right? We're just south of Nashville, so music-oriented.
So who doesn't want a piano coffee table?
I know. I might keep it myself. I don't know. But this print is a piece print of my Midnight Cherry Blossoms painting. So you can also get this print on our collection on the website in any size. So this is a big one. It's a big one. I'm a little nervous, honestly. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. If we get into a pickle, you don't panic. You just work it out and take your time, and it'll be fine. Okay. So we went ahead and trimmed the edge. We did not leave much extra. So we're going to be spot on here on each side. we're gonna put the whole thing on, and then we're gonna trim this part. And we debated, and Steve, if you think differently, let us know, but we had thought about trimming this part off, but then decided it might get kind of weird when we're pushing the print to not have anything over here. Like it might not go on straight. So we decided to just keep it square, and then we'll trim that off afterwards. Now, the magic occurs with the mounting tool. So we made a very large mounting tool. It actually covers the entire length of the piano. So you can get the mounting tools on the website. They come in 4 or 5 different sizes. They will make your job so much easier, and they're not expensive. So they're well worth the investment, especially on these larger pieces, because this will make this a whole lot easier. So these are called the mounting tools. It's got like a beveled edge. So you can put the edge right in the crease, and you'll see, maybe we'll turn this when we do it, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I want to turn the piano on an angle.
Yeah. So you'll put this edge in and just kind of push it through. It kind of nestles itself in the print and pushes the backing right off. So it's really a cool tool. Steve designed it, and Bill remake it for them. So very, very helpful. So, are we ready?
Yep.
You ready? Okay.
Right.
We're gonna put this at an angle because we want you to see how it pushes on. And usually Bill is managing the camera, but he's gonna help me with this piece because it's a little big for me, just myself.
Go that way a little more. Good.
Okay. So we're gonna keep this nearby.
All right, so explain the first process that we have to do.
So the first thing we want to do, and I'm going to show you maybe on a smaller piece. So when you get your practice piece, do this first so you can kind of get just the feel of how this works. Also, if it's a large print, and even if it's not that large, you want to unroll it. Okay, it's going to come rolled up in a tube, very nicely packaged with some foam and some nice protective sheet. But you don't want to just
And a custom-made box that it ships in.
Yeah, they make wonderful boxes. So you don't want to just unroll it right before you put it on, right? You kind of want to let it lay flat for a while and just kind of work itself out of the curl. Okay, you can lay it upside down or put it opposite of the curl. And when you start these, you're gonna pull back just a little bit, an inch or so. So you're going to separate the backing, okay? I don't want to get it stuck. And then you're going to take this lip and fold it. And you're going to make a hard...
It's the backing that you're folding.
It's the backing, right.
Yes.
So nothing...
Not the sticky part,
right.
It's the backing.
This is your design, okay? Just pretend. I should have drew a stick figure on there or something. But you fold the backing and make a crease on it. This is going to be your handle, okay? It's going to work a little differently on this piece because it's so big. We're probably not even going to use the handle. We're going to use the tool to just push this piece on. But for a smaller size piece, once you have this lip, line up your edge, and this is the part that you really you want to get right. So take your time with this part, line it up.
Not left and right.
So, yeah, I find if you start pushing out this way, sometimes you can get some wrinkles in there. And I don't know if it's just me, you'll find your groove with it. So I've been trying to kind of go out to the perimeter, but pushing this way. And that seems to work better for us. So once you get that started, and it's great that you get this practice sheet, right? Because you'll get some confidence with it. You're going to hold on to this little lip that we created. And you're going to pull. And as you pull the lip, you're gonna push this on. If you have the mounting tool, you're gonna use the mounting tool. If you don't, we didn't really plan to do, let's see. If you don't have the mounting tool and you're using like a applicator pad, you're just gonna push and pull as you go.
Push the applicator pad, pull the backing.
Yep. So do you see how I'm just going straight in the middle, and then I'm coming out and I'm pushing. I'm not, and not to say you can't do that. We just find for the way when we apply them, it's easier if we push in the middle, come back out, and push on both sides. You know, can you go back and forth? Probably. We just, you know, just finding your groove. Eventually, with the mounting tool, especially, I'm not even holding it. You can just push it on. Okay? My wrinkle there, no big deal. I can pull it up, push it back on. So, I mean, it's that simple, right? I know this is a small piece.
It looks like a giant piano key.
It does. Maybe that's what we need to do. Just piece prints all here.
Piece print piano key. Yeah, you got enough scrap.
I might get with you on that, Steve. But do you see how I can peel this up? And then I can put it back down if I need to. So you can do that, but it's not something you want to do a bunch of times. So we're going to peel this up. And I actually like to keep the practice pieces. And I'll tell you why. What is this, latex? What kind of paint is this?
That's just, yeah.
Latex?
No, it's, yeah, just water-based.
Like house paint?
I honestly don't know. I found black paint at the house. I painted it.
So I wanted to test the piece print on this surface just to make sure I was going to have some give and some play with it, and it worked fine. So that's why the practice sheets are nice, just to kind of have hang around. All right.
All right, so let me come around. Oh, can you do your lip?
Yeah, yeah. So let's do the edge. And you know, just like any adhesive, trying to get the first part started. So I'm gonna flip it over, I think.
Yeah.
Let's do it that way. This is 40 inches, guys. It's a big one. It's a big one. So we're gonna pull it back all the way across. Making sure it doesn't curl on this one. I'm just watching this edge over here because I don't want it to stick. So now that we have it back, we want to make it nice and even. So let's do that.
So this process, right here is the most important part of the entire project.
No pressure.
Oh,
Under pressure. What?
Steve just wrote,
This
is the most important part of the whole process.
At least he would say it's the easiest.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you want to make sure, and don't be afraid to put a crease in here. Okay, this has nothing to do with how your print goes on. I mean, it has a lot to do with how your print goes on, but the crease is not going to affect your print. Okay. And I hope, should I pull it up on the computer, or is this a good view?
No,
So
that's good, as long as we don't.
Bill's going to step away from the camera, so we're not going to be able to answer questions or zoom in a whole lot right now. So I was going to say, if you can't see us, let us know, but
Yeah, that's
there's no way to do that. Okay, so do that. So we're just gonna line up our corners right now. And then Bill's just gonna grab the middle. You good over there?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna come into the center.
Just make sure it's up against the edge.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer over here. Nope, no, you're good there.
So let
Go anywhere,
that
okay?
corner, no, do the middle.
Yeah.
Line up the middle. But I'm not at that angle.
No, I get it. It's what's way over here. Here, let me, you got it? You hold it up and
Yeah.
I'll put it down. Let's go back to the beginning and just we were so close. Yeah. Good?
I think so. I got this.
Got it?
Yeah. You're fine with me.
Again, if you're gonna always take the most time here, guys, especially on these big ones. Okay. Good. Lift up just here. Yeah. Still. No, something. We had it so close. We shouldn't have picked it up. It's not.
All right, let's do it again. Come up here. We'll do it one more time, and we're just gonna let it hold.
Okay. Maybe hold it flatter.
Yeah.
And I know, Steve, if you're giving us advice, we can't see it. Oh. Yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's fine though because the black. You can't even tell. Hold it.
Just yeah. Not too.
I know, but there. Sorry, guys. It's just not. Right in the middle is where it kind of gets off.
Hold this up.
That looks good, but that middle part, is it okay? Good?
I think it's as good as we're gonna get.
Let's just lay it down. So after you get it down, it's not. You want to make sure after you put your first strip on that you lay it flat and make sure, and like, we have no extra on these, okay? We don't have an extra little bit of hangover, which is always good to get when you measure. So you don't run into this problem, but yeah, that's not. That's that.
I think we just go.
We go with it?
Yeah.
All right, we're going with it. I wonder if we.
And again, it may be fun.
All right, we're going for it. We're going for it. So we're gonna take the mounting tool and we're gonna put it right up against our crease. And we're gonna let this tool do the work for us. Ready? Oh, the table's gonna move. The table's kind of light.
I got my knee.
I think you have to like pull a little bit on the tab. Okay. Okay.
So what if you just
What?
keep going
Keep
with
going?
it, keep
And then we'll
going
fix
with
that?
it, and then we'll fix that part later.
All right. You holding the table?
Yes. Good.
Yep.
This is it.
My knees. I gotta stand up, guys. My knees. Okay. Where? Oh, that's the edge. Okay. Yeah, we should have probably.
Now we can get that out.
Let's cut. So we have a few wrinkles to work out. And you can't see this, but he's literally pushing. I wish you can bring that in. So Bill's basically pushing the wrinkles out through the air channels here.
This we go.
Actually, you want to use the pad?
Yeah. Actually, why don't you?
You get back.
I'll get behind the camera, which is where I belong.
I think we need to pull
I think you need to pull that up.
Just get nervous because it's like the corner, and I don't want to pull too much.
It'd be aight.
Yeah. Actually, let's just do this.
Yeah, give
This
it.
tool
give
is
it.
so big. You know what? The smaller one's up there. Yeah. That's better. All right, so I think I don't know if you guys could hear, if you can hear it, but you'll hear. It's almost like Rice Krispies when the air comes out. And this is the edge. Woo! If you guys have watched us do these, I don't know what it is, but Amy makes that initial part look so easy. I just something with it. I struggle with the initial part of it. Make sure we go. So we're taking a very sharp, brand new blade just to trim around the edge to get it a little closer, and we'll tidy it up. Ooh. pretty. Now, if you're putting your piece print on a textured surface, the print is very thin, so it's gonna pick up the texture. Like if you put it on like a piece of plywood, you know how plywood has kind of those fine grains? You're gonna pick that up through the print, okay? So if there's imperfections in your piece, you're gonna see that in the print, okay? It doesn't like cover those. Ooh.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a wrinkle here.
Not for long.
So I'm taking these wrinkles and I'm pushing them out to the edge.
Deb Oliver says, "You got this, girl, no problem." It's all right, I didn't do anything.
Deb's always in our corner. We get it. Look, guys, we're like you guys. We're like, you know, normal people that do this stuff. So you can all do this, believe me. All right. I need like a margarita or something. Okay, so after you're done, you want to trim up your edges because we're going to need to put a sealer on this. You should seal your piece prints with a minimum of 2 coats of a water-based polyacrylic. You can do any sheen you want. There's various techniques to doing it. You'll see Amy sometimes do like a pouncing with a sponge, and it creates a little bit of a canvasy look. We like to use a dense foam brush, and then we use Varathane, satin, polyacrylic. We just find that the sheen on this is perfect. It self-levels where you don't see any brush strokes. This will look like it's painted on. So,
do you want to trim the edge or do you want me to?
You want you to trim the edge? Pam needs like a... like to decompress or something. I don't know. So, oh, hang on. I guess I better come on down there. So guys, if you're new to us and coming over from the piece prints side of things, we would love for you to give us a follow. Same thing with our folks. If you're new to piece prints, jump on over to their page, give them a follow. Please give it a share and a sprinkle and all that good stuff. I know I'm not supposed to say any of those words, but I'm going to.
We'll have to say sprinkle?
Well, sprinkle you can, I guess. So right now he's just...
I'm not even sure what that is.
It's because you can't say the SH word. No, the second SH word. Hey, Rebecca.
All right, so basically with this, a very, very sharp knife, utility blade. I only use the tip to puncture through. The rest of the blade, use the full surface of the blade and hold it at an angle because that's how knives work, at an angle.
Hi, Amy. I think I appreciate you the pin, but I think you pinned Kara's Kara Lockwood on there, which is fine too. You guys need to check Kara out too.
And just run the knife very closely on the edge. Take your waist and keep it.
Keep your waist?
Keep your waist off to the side.
Thank you, Amy. Oh my gosh, I love this. Once the keys get on it too, oh, it's gonna be awesome. I think there's a little bit on that edge.
There's a little bit on this edge here, yeah. I'm gonna get that off.
Yeah, we got a little off center. When you guys measure your piece that you're gonna be putting this on, make sure you let Steve and Deb know, the size of the piece. They will help you determine if you know how much overhang or extra you should have on there, because you do want to give yourself, a little bit of wiggle room. We did not give ourselves any wiggle room on this one, so we had to be really careful in the beginning. Thank you guys for the hearts and the comments. We love it. We appreciate it so much. Yeah, I highly just recommend going to the Peace Prince website and just explore that site. There's a ton of links there to different collections. I mean, there's so much you can do. Hi, Michelle. How's the front edge? I think the front edge was okay.
I'm just gonna roll it over.
Yeah, there was only a little bit. I'm gonna back up a little bit here. Wonder what it would cost to ship this piano. Who needs a piano coffee table? Oh my God. So we'll have the keys on it. I'll try to get those on tomorrow with the stencil. Yes, Steve, you guys can do anything. All right.
Hand paint them, but why?
That's right. You don't need to hand paint. You can just go on there and pick somebody's art that you love and have it forever.
Just looking for wrinkles.
We're going to put one coat of sealer on with you guys so you can see how that goes. But I recommend putting 2 coats on. I think that is the Peace Prince.
I also recommend whatever you're working on, use a tack cloth and make sure there's no little pieces of dust or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, the print is quite thin and it's going to pick up that stuff underneath. These prints are paintable, guys. So if you have an edge that you want to paint over, go ahead and remind me, guys. Do you want to seal it first or paint it first? Remind me. But you can paint on these. So I did a video a couple weeks ago with another piece of art of mine I put on a table, and I painted all around the edge just to soften up the edge a little bit. It was gorgeous.
It's funny, the moon that you did in the center of the painting, it just looks like glare.
Because of the light?
But well, no, it that's what glare looks like, but that's the moon.
Okay. All right, so let's get some sealer on here real quick, or maybe not real quick. We'll see. So you can use any water-based sealer. We are going to use Varathane water-based polyurethane. It works beautiful on the Peace Prince.
Amy says she does 1 coat of sealer, then paint the edges, and then put my last coat of sealer.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember if you seal it first.
The sealer helps the paint adhere.
Yeah. That makes sense. We're just going to stir this up. This is the satin.
Deborah Brer says, Bill, your piano table is grand.
Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. All right.
It's actually more baby grand. Or infant grand.
He did this so long ago, we just never really got around to finishing it, and then we thought, oh, this print would look so pretty on it.
Yeah, I'm glad we picked this one. That one really makes it stand out.
All right. I probably will run out, may need more. All right, so if you're going to use this method, use the good, dense, high-quality foam brushes. Don't use the ones like from Dollar Store that will basically disintegrate on you.
Yeah, it's got to be the high-density foam. This is like 98 cents at one of the...
We're going to, as Bill will tell you, right, we want to get it.
You want to saturate your sponge.
And I'm going to start back here. And we're just going to go on, making sure we get over the edge and all over the floor. All over this 1830 floor. I love the Varathane, it's so self-leveling. You don't even know it's there. So you don't really have to worry about a lot of brush strokes. They just go away. And I'm going pretty heavy. Like, you can drip it on there and just kind of spread it around.
Just be careful on your edges.
Yeah.
Make sure you do what Pam just did and run around the edge real quick. Just to make sure that you don't get any drips. Someone named Rebecca Ruggieri.
I said hey to Rebecca.
I know.
Rebecca.
She said, "What brush are you using?" We're using a high density foam brush.
I'll show you next time you come in.
They're about 98 cents. They're about $1 at the big home supply stores.
Yeah, don't get the cheap ones.
I don't want to use their name because they don't give us free stuff.
They don't. Ooh, ooh.
You want us to use your name? Give us the brush.
That's right. So we hope you guys will join us the first Wednesday of every month. We will do a piece print, and you got Amy, who does Sundays, and I think Kara is doing some, yeah. So Amy's a brand ambassador. She's an expert with piece prints. Any question you have, she can answer. We are content creators for piece prints. So we help do these videos and teach. But we're learning too.
Deb, these brushes can be used several times, but at some point they'll start to degrade. So I think this is a fairly new brush.
Yeah,
so yeah, I'll have to clean it.
These are easy. Bill would much rather do a piece prints video than a Dixie Belle one, right?
No, I had to be in this one.
That's true. People like to see you, right, guys?
I don't want to be on camera.
People like to see you.
My days of showmanship are over.
Your days of showboating aren't, though.
No, that's true. That's true.
Bill is a man of many talents. All right, so it's gonna look a little hazy when you first put it on.
Yeah, change it. It's got a white tone to it, but it dries crystal clear.
And 100% self-leveling. If y'all are Dixie Belle users, you can use their clear coats. That's fine too. We just prefer the Varathane for whatever reason. It just seems to work magic.
Steve says Sally puts them in the dishwasher.
These? I guess you could. I don't know.
I don't know if I would do that, but I guess it works.
There's a little piece we'll have to trim here. So there it is, guys. There it is. So we're going to give that, actually, we're still at the store, so we're going to head home after this. In the morning, I'll put the second coat on, and it's good. Done. We'll put the keys on it. So we hope you guys are following our page, because we will once we get the keys on, it's all done, we'll share a picture, and of course we'll share it to the Piece Prints page as well. Please check out the Piece Prints website. We put it in the description, and I think it's pinned. If you have any questions, Steve and Deb will help you. They will talk you through the process. I think Steve will even do a FaceTime thing, and help you through things. So
at midnight.
Yeah, anytime, day or night. We were messaging at midnight last night, so. No. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining. We appreciate your support of Piece Prints and ourselves, of course, and we hope to see you next month on the first Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. And we appreciate you all. Have a great night.